What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. I am Cynthia Conte.
And I am GABRIELA LeBeauf, and we are over here.
We're just talking about my son sings a Jesus song that he learned since he goes to a Lutheran school, and we're not religious by any means, but he sings a Jesus song and he poops. He says pooping song. So, I guess everyone has a pooping song. Am I right? I don't know.
I think they do. We're not going to get too far in the weeds. The Lutheran schools, yes, I co-signed that. My baby went to a Lutheran school as well.
Oh.
So I definitely co-signed that. But shout out to all the parents out there. I hope you weren't fighting for your lives on Halloween and you had fun with your kids. Did you have fun?
We did. I mean, you saw we get like thousands of kids in my neighborhood. So we do a neighborhood one for the week before, because for the kids that live here. And by that time, I'm like, I'm done with Halloween. Like, I'm done. And then the actual Halloween is when I buy 5 bags of Costco candy. That is not cheap. It's $100 in total. And
Right.
we give one piece out, and people look at me like, what? I go, dude, you have no idea how many more kids. They bust them in. It was very exhausting. It was really cold, but I'm so glad it's over. It's fun.
Say that.
Brooklyn's like,
For
well, where's
sure.
all my candy? Because we kept recycling his candy, and then Dimitri and I were like stealing which ones we like. How about you? Was it quiet over there by you? Well, I know that I texted you earlier and you were
Oh, I was drunk on Halloween. Let me tell you, I was having a good old time. I was drinking rosé and partaking of accoutrement with my buddy that came over. It was his birthday. Shout out to you, Brandon. I love you to death. Shout out to all the Scorpios out there. First, this is a very close male friend of mine, and then my female best friend. Her birthday's 2 days later. So shout out to all the Scorpios out there. You got a friend in me. Y'all get a
Oh,
bad man
that's
from me,
so
Scorpio.
cute. That's so cute. Well, Jeandra, we didn't get to do a last run it back, but this run it back is a good one because
Woo!
we are big fans of this lady, Miss Gabriella Sweet Poison Fundora. She went up for undisputed against another Gabriella Alanis LaChucky. If you guys didn't see it, catch it on DAZN, because she made history. She is the youngest undisputed between female and male undisputed champion ever, like ever. And it's incredible. Like her, if you guys don't know, Sebastian Fundora is her brother. So they've already made history being brother, sister, world champions. But she came in and girl, she kept saying the knockout, she was going to knock them out. And when girls normally don't knock out their opponents, Gabrielle knocked her out and they had it as a TKO, but brilliant performance. I saw you tweeting and you said Gabriella fights better than her brother. And I
Oh
thought,
yeah, I
yeah,
stand on that.
yeah,
Every time I see her fight, I stand on that. And I think and it's not disrespecting her
yeah,
brother at all. I'm impressed with his fighting too and his abilities. But when I look at the two of them pound for pound and how they perform in the ring, in my opinion, she's the superior Fundora. Nobody's trying to pit them against each
yeah,
other. All that to say that her performance was marvelous. It is something about her that is just so magnetizing, and although she's tall and lengthy and lean like her brother, something about her stylistic ways in the ring is just much more visually appealing to me, and the way she fights, because behind that those long limbs is strength, as we
yes.
saw in the fight on Saturday night. And was there anything that she done? You had spent a lot of great time with her last week and you got a chance to talk with her. Was there anything that she did in the ring that surprised you, and things, just reflecting back on your conversation with her and then seeing her fight?
The couple times that I've interviewed her, and you guys can check it out because not many people interview her. It's crazy to me. Like, I'm like, Gabrielle, and there's no line, but she's always, it's funny. Her name is Sweet Poison, and it's just when you look at them, she wears her glasses. You would think she's like a librarian, like a schoolgirl that doesn't punch, that doesn't even like sports. But this girl, once she gets in the ring, she starts loading up. She starts using her jab. She really used her distance. Even when Alanis came and hit her, she was able to counter. I mean, she got hit by Alanis, and good for Alanis for getting in there, because fighting a rangy fighter like her is very tough. But I mean, a lot of people were kind of surprised with the knockout. I was surprised, but I wasn't, because she kept saying, I'm going to knock this girl out. The knockout is coming. And so a lot of people always take that with a grain of salt. But when you see the punches at the end, they sting, and she just gets stronger and stronger. And you could see in her game plan that she knows what she's doing. And she said it. She trained to fight Alanis, who is a pressure fighter, who throws punches and bunches. So, but I think the one thing is that that's she's just so sweet. Like, she just
Mm.
smiles. She never talks shit. She never says anything. And in the interview, if you guys haven't seen it, check it out. Beto Duran asked her during the press conference, like, "Do you think you're the best?" And her answer was so brilliant. She's like, "I am the best. You'll find out. You'll find out Saturday." Like, she speaks with authority. She just speaks like, you're gonna find out. I don't need to tell you. You're gonna see it in the ring. She doesn't talk shit. She's so thankful, and that's what I love about her. And she's undisputed. I personally believe she's gonna be undisputed in many, many categories. I said this from the very, very beginning. The girl can go up and down in weight. The girl is like this big. I mean, she's skinny. She said she can go up and down. So,
Yeah, there's just
yeah,
something about her that is, when she gets to fight night, even with that sweetness, when she makes her way and she walks to the ring, it's
yeah.
draped over her like a veil. Intensity on her face, the way she just walks in, and she's just a focused fighter. Some people just have that thing, to quote the great Nipsey Hussle, it's not on you, it's in you. And it is
Ooh,
definitely in her for sure. And
yeah.
I agree. Undisputed in many categories. And what do we want to see from her at this point? I think she's proven she is the best at that weight class. Is there someone within the weight class that might be waiting a high risk, low reward fight? I just need to get a little bit more familiar with some of the kind of outer layers of that weight division to see what's even lurking for her.
Well, there were some names I saw, Roberto Diaz put out there, and Boog Williams. I'm not sure what is that. I don't even know Boog Williams. Is that your first name? I don't know. I always know you by your Twitter name, but he did say Kenya Enriquez. Both of them said that, and so I met Kenya at the WBC convention in the Philippines, like, I don't know, 5 years ago. And she was one of those girls that she needed that opportunity. She is a tough Mexican fighter. She's a WBC eliminator. I forgot which weight class. I think the one below Fundora's weight class. They did ask, what about Seniesa? But unfortunately, she's thankfully retired, as she says, and we're going to talk about her later on. But there are some names, and you know who I did see tweet out? Jenny Fuchs tweeted out there, and I boldly liked it. She says, "Well, I guess I'm going to have to move down in weight to collect all them belts." I like it because Jenny finally got the stage to show her skills. And now she's looking, like I said, the women have to move up and down in weight. That would be a very interesting fight, because Jenny is an amateur. She's an Olympian. She is skilled. She's been tested. And Gabriella needs the best opponent to really bring out the best in her. So will it be Jenny? Will it be Kenya? I mean, there's some girls out there, but although when Gabriella says, "I'll move down in weight," cool. Those girls get an opportunity to fight an undisputed champion. Not for the belts, but
It's
maybe an undisputed.
it's probably it. I always wonder about fighters and just how they plot the course of their career, particularly for the women, since it's so the cream is at the top, and then the divide in talent is so great. And you want to continue on the momentum that she has, because she's
Yeah.
terrific. She's a great interview. She's wonderfully articulate, beautiful personality, terrific
Mhm.
fighter, and you want to keep her going. But then who is there? And you don't want to jump her too fast. You don't want to jump her fast enough. I don't know that I would have the mind to even map out the course of a career for a fighter like this, or any elite fighter once they get to the top of their class. So that matters. What is the next course of action? Who do you guys think she should fight? Should she
Yeah.
go ahead and make the big jump? Should she uh, battle
But
against Jenny Fuchs? Let us know in the comments. As you know, we're both on the Ring Magazine rankings panel. Let us know, because we get in some great discussions
yeah,
in there.
we do. And I mean, you should see us. Some of us, we really battle it out of like, who gets moved. I mean, there are discussions, guys. Don't just think it just magically appears of who gets ranked, because I know a lot of people have a problem with the ring rankings, but the people on the panel, we really discuss why they should be moved, why they shouldn't be. And usually they sometimes actually publish, they tweet it out of, some of our discussions. But on the heels of that, I did see that I thought it was really special because she did say that she had a special thing going on, but she wouldn't say because she's like, I don't want to ruin it. And I was like, oh, a costume. She came out as the Golden Girl. So I don't know if she's going to officially change her name to the Golden Girl. I think that would be great because she did win the Ring magazine the belt also, and she dedicated her win and her fight to Oscar De La Hoya. So I was like, this is cool. This is good stuff. But
it's very much interesting fruit for discussion, because we think about all of the not just women, just fighters, period, that have come through the Golden Boy stable and have wonderfully successful careers. We thought Ryan Garcia was going to be like the Golden Boy, and we see how that went. And maybe the next layer of the legacy is a Golden Girl. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's a smart cookie. She's very talented in the ring, and that's all she says. Boxing is her life. Boxing is her family. It's like, girl, in my interview, like when I said I didn't know your mom was a boxer and that's how it all started, it's that whole family are boxers. Even the little sister is a
Wow.
boxer. I mean, they're all gosh darn tall. Like they're all super tall. So I really cannot wait. And she said if the next one is for Sebastian to become undisputed, imagine brother and sister undisputed. Like,
Wow.
wow.
History.
That's
History
historical.
forever.
And then if their younger sister is just as good as them and probably even better, talk about the Fundora name really, really stamped in the Hall of Fame.
Is she the middle child?
Yes.
I would remember, I always think about those memes that go around where they say, like, when you look at three children, ask parents when they have three children, and that middle one is the one that don't give a fuck about nothing. So that's probably why she's a bad, see what I'm saying?
See?
That's probably why she's a bad ass. The middle child don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
No, no, we're tired of proving to mom and dad. We're like, I'm just doing it for myself. But yeah, I really enjoyed that fight card. And then just to touch on the main event was Floyd Schofield versus El Bravo Giron. Dude, I really did not expect Floyd Schofield to be fighting the way he did. Because as you know, he was supposed to fight Ashton Silva on the Jake Paul card, but he got knocked out. So he ended up getting his own card. And Floyd, instead of boxing, because they were saying that Shakur versus Floyd would be the best fight, Floyd went in looking for a fight and he got knocked down. And of course, Shakur, and kudos to DAZN, be like, Shakur, did you see this? Did you see him get knocked down? I know the people at DAZN, their socials. Good job.
Good job, fans. Good job, fans. Congratulations to him on the win, but they got a real communication problem in that corner, it appears. And it's not so much between the coaches, because as they mentioned on the broadcast, I like the way that the father was deferring to Ronnie, like, Ronnie, what do you see out there, et cetera, et cetera. Tremendous fan of Ronnie Shields. Yeah. But why is he blatantly, I mean, all fighters get off course here and there with the corner, but he blatantly, round after round, would do the exact opposite of what they were telling him to do. What is that about?
I don't know. Because like even at times I'm like, why isn't Ronnie talking? And the dad is like screaming. Like, there's times when who is it? Is it Virgil Hunter, the way he speaks? And even Rosier, it's the tone of the voice. They're in a fight. It's kind of like when you're a parent. If you're going to scream at them, they're not going to listen.
Right.
And if they're thinking what you're telling them to do is wrong, they're going to think, well, I'm doing it and it's not right. So I'm going to do it my own. I'm not sure, but it was a little weird because even when Floyd almost fell out of the ring, did you see that when he sat down, the chair wasn't there? I'm like, is he buzzed? Like what happened? Like, I don't know. It was just weird, but I'm not a big fan of father. We've talked about this. I think maybe possibly the father should take a step back and Ronnie there should only be one voice. It's always,
one voice, one sound.
Yeah. It's kind of like for the Tyson Fury fight. when they said there's this for the rematch with Usyk, there's only gonna be one voice. Peter Fury said really good things, but he is a father and that is his son. So he says it a lot different. And you know, when your father is saying something to you specifically, you kind of hear it in a different way as opposed to like a fighter way. So I think Floyd Schofield Sr. needs to take a back seat. They all need to really sit down, watch that fight, and discuss if y'all are supposed to really get Shakur next, which I don't think you will. And kudos to Oscar De La Hoya for giving him a C minus. Good for him. He needs to work on things. They need to really, they need something. They need to fix that team.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
he's talented, but good. That Giron guy, dude, he's gonna get some fights. His chin is
That was a
made of
good
like
fight.
steel, granite, and God knows what else.
I enjoyed those top three fights, the main card. Really good card. Kudos to you, Golden Boy.
Yeah, yeah. And who knew Beck the Bully would go to 12 rounds. I lost on that. I thought maybe 2 rounds.
Yeah,
I'm like, good,
that was
okay.
surprising.
Stevens, yeah,
Boy,
right. And yeah. And then to what was the big news that caught us all by surprise, Jeandra? Do you know? You
the
Estrada, Seniesa
the
Estrada.
retirement of Seniesa Estrada. I was
Yeah,
surprised. I mean, she's been fighting for a long time, and but I didn't think it would end like this. And not that's no shade because she has accomplished tremendous
yeah.
things. I have tremendous respect for her and what she's accomplished. And I think of her early roots where people were giving her shit for not going to the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And to look now and look at this marvelous career that she has had through
Yep.
the ups and downs. And anyone who can go out on their own volition, I
Yes.
love it. I love that for her. And were you, what were you, were you surprised?
No, I
Were you
wasn't
surprised?
surprised. I wasn't surprised because I'm not gonna go in grave detail. The conversation I had with her we were at a top rank fight at Fontainebleau, and we were in the bathroom chatting, and it's I'm not a journalist. I was just like, what when are you coming out, or when are you fighting next after you won undisputed? And she's like, I don't know. And it was no secret that she's had a lot of injuries and whatnot. And she told me about her scoliosis, and I wasn't sure if that was public knowledge. And now she's made it public knowledge, but she grew up with scoliosis. So she's like, my back is always in pain. And I was like, why are you gonna fight? Like, honestly, you're undisputed. You've done so much in the sport. Like, you should just retire. Like, you have so many other things in the mix. Like, she's taking acting classes, and I told you this a while ago. Like, you're gonna be interviewing her soon in your other field and like other things. And I was just
Mhm.
like, you are able to get out of a sport with your head screwed on straight and your face, nothing's broken. So why not? And I didn't expect her to, I was really kind of hoping that she would be on that road because, she just got married. She's a newlywed to Chris Mannix. Yes, she married Chris Mannix. And I know a lot of people
Mhm.
are surprised, but I think she told me the whole story about them. And I'm not going to say, but it was a beautiful story. And I think that now she's able to live the life of a young lady because you know how boys they stay in boxing and they don't get to live out their life and they don't get to do the thing. They don't get to date. They don't get to, they're always in the gym. And I think now she can just be a lady, go just do the girly things and just kind of she's more than a boxer, she said. And it's true. She's more than an athlete. She's a lot of things. And I'm happy for her. I was really, really happy and just when I watched her interview on Top Rank with Christina Poncher. By the way, shout out Christina. That was an excellent, excellent interview. She was very raw and emotional and just she did not hold back tears. She didn't have to be that open. She didn't have to tell us anything that personal. And she did.
Mhm.
And so
I
I love it.
I look back at her and I just think of this, and she's always been that way for the most part. Very quiet, humble, friendly. She'll talk to you, but you know, not no punk. And I've always admired and respected that about her. And then I look at her trying desperately to get cards and wondering if she had made a mistake not going to the Olympics. And
Hmm?
then she jumps and then she's on a card on an undercard of Gennady Golovkin and Willie Monroe.
Yeah.
and we get to see her fight at the forum. And then from there, finally, she gets to Golden Boy. It was just shocking to me that it even took that long for her to even get there. It would seem like a no-brainer to me. And then she moves on there, and then she goes on the top rank. All the great, one of my favorite memes that I use among my friends, and they're not even boxing people, so they don't get how funny it is. It's when she fought Marlene Esparza, and they were at the weigh-in, and she shoves Marlene,
Yes.
and her arms are out like that. And I use that picture for so many different memes among my friends. It is so funny. I love that rivalry. I love that her career had all these great moments
Yeah.
between great fights to great rivalry to commentating to now. Kudos to her. She has had a great career. I'll miss
She-
seeing her in the ring.
Yeah, I will too. And I just it's time for her to now rest and kudos to her for being very open about her mental health, her struggles, her depression, her drinking, like everything. Because and I said I tweeted it out. I go, an interview like this it's going to show people that you're not alone. People are going to watch this interview like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I I I'm not the only one. And people, suffer in silence. And that's what she was doing for so long. And she just didn't know what to do or who to talk to. But I can't wait to see what's next for her. I know some of the things that are in store for her, but it will be exciting, exciting. And I'm like, are you gonna have a baby anytime soon? She's like, Cynthia, I'm just
Okay,
asking.
don't do it, girl. Don't do it, girl.
Not yet. Wait,
Don't do it. Enjoy your newlywed. You got time.
you got
Do all
time.
the things. You are athletic. Um, you got time. You got
A
time,
lot of
my
time.
girl.
I
At least wait like 5 years, give yourself a good cushion. 'Cause
yeah.
children's is expensive.
Yeah, and that body don't
Very
come back,
expensive.
trust me. You have a your
Girl.
body is like, oh, my pre-body. That's all you're gonna think about. And then you're not gonna be want to going to a gym. Trust, but no, it's
I'm
good.
trying to get my body back, and my daughter almost 21. She'll be 21 in 3 weeks. So hey, so take it from us. Take your time.
Oh
Take your
God.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. I mean, I didn't get to watch some of the other fights that were on because I had to stop watching some because I have to go be a mommy because
Mhm.
Brooklyn is now in soccer and gymnastics as Chantel Cameron won and Katie Healy won. I didn't see any. I just know that they won. So congratulations to them. But yeah, I'm in mommy mode, girl. Like I just signed up Brooklyn for T-ball and that's it.
I love that so much. He's so cute,
Yeah.
such a little rock star.
So
I
yeah.
sent you guys' pictures to my daughter. She's like, "Oh my god, I just love him. He's so
Oh
cute."
yeah, we were pumpkins. We didn't get to do our show, but yeah, my son wanted to be literally a pumpkin, so I was in like this ugly felt thing. It didn't even fit. My boyfriend was in like a balloon pumpkin. My son looked really cute. Apparently, a lot of people thought we looked so cute. I'm like,
I loved it. I loved it so because Kanye broke it down to me there's so many family costumes that are just so cliche, like the Adams family or the Simpsons or these that, but a family of pumpkins and just even the symbolism of how a pumpkin grows with the
uh-huh.
vines have to touch each other. Like it's so cute and it's so wholesome and still creative at the same time.
You know what?
I
I
loved
told
it.
him, I think next year I go, we're gonna be the Limu Emu, the cops and the emu or Limu, or
That's
I mean, like, because Brooklyn is very he says what he wants, but this next year we're like, no. Or I'm gonna say Dumb and Dumber, and then one of us has to be the puppy car.
oh my god. Yeah, these are good ones. You guys better not steal these because these are good
I
ones.
know, right? Okay, so before we wrap up, just remember that Latino Nights Riyadh season is next week. Zurdo Ramirez is going to be fighting on that card against Christian and Billy, which is a UK fighter. So I don't know how that's Latino Nights, but hey, it's Latino Nights. And our friend
Okay.
Ziad Almayuf, the Saudi fighter, he's going to be
Mhm.
fighting on the undercard. So good. I'm glad that he's
Good for
getting
him.
active.
He's still ticking
Yeah.
along.
And then after that is the big fight. Sadly, we're not going to be there. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson and Katie Taylor versus Serrano too. It's too hard when it's closer to the holidays. Like if Mike Tyson didn't get hurt, we could have gone. But I got
Exactly.
I'm going to
Exactly.
F1 and it's Thanksgiving and it's Christmas. Like I have to pick my poison. And if not, you mean you guys can send us money to cover our
Hello.
airfare. We'll take it.
Exactly.
I'll go. I'll
Mm,
find a way, but I'm not, yeah. So yeah.
I know
But
that's
it's,
right.
yeah, so we should do a pre-show for that and an post show for that whole
We're gonna
entire
talk
flight.
about it. Oh, and lastly, we're gonna have another power slap video.
Oh, okay. Yes, it was Kaya, her daughter, and her best friend. They both did power slap. So if you guys were like, what's this power slap doing on our channel? Is because we're slowly well, not transition, we're adding. And they are power slap aficionados. They love
They love
it.
it for real. They love it for real. Like know all the rules and everything. And I don't know why I watched my little seedling there that some of you guys will remember. Man, some of you have seen her since she was a
Baby,
a little wee one. And I just tickled me so because she's fought against it for so long. And I'm like, you should just do content.
right?
And here we
Yeah.
are. Here we are.
Yeah. Once she gets, if she brings it sooner, if she sends it, send it over so I can make some fun content. I'm telling you, my skills are getting much better on this editing stuff.
You killing it. You
It's
killing
fucking my fingers hurt, but okay.
it.
I need like little workouts for my fingers because it hurts. But yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, that looks like Hong Kong. Can you tell we haven't seen each other in so long? That's it. Oh yeah, and you know what? Since it's the round of Tank Davis is supposed to fight, I want to know, do you guys think he's gonna fight? I mean, he has to fight Roach. Roach is a good matchup, but do you think he's gonna fight in DC or Vegas? I think Vegas. The
Tell us.
money's in Vegas.
Tell us.
Yeah,
Money, money,
because
money, money. I'd rather that. I'd go out for it.
yeah. All right, guys. So make sure you guys tune in. We're gonna wrap up, but I still have Oscar De La Hoya's interview that I haven't dropped. Yes, he's in a full-on Joker outfit. I mean, he talks a little bit about the card that just happened, but he talks about, um, of course, his new clapback. Girl, did you see his clapback? That shit was so funny. He clapped back
He's
on Holly's
hilarious.
boobs. She went
Oh,
smaller. So he's like, you have to watch. He's like, you made it. I love Miss Motorboating. Like it's so funny. He's like, no one is safe from his clapbacks. He colored outside the lines. And then Bernard Hopkins, we talked about Crawford and who he should fight. And if he doesn't fight, what could possibly happen to his career? There's some good stuff, some little good gems. So I'm going to be dropping those. I didn't want to flood it with all this fight stuff, but I'm going to drop it this week because in the following week it's going to be flooded with Mike Tyson stuff, and I don't want to lose that. But it's going to be good stuff. So you guys make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to all of our socials, TikToks, all of it, and just even we've been posting on YouTube Shorts and YouTube more because that's where we get paid. So make sure you like, share, subscribe there. All right, guys.
exactly.
Thanks for tuning in, Jay. I miss you. I love you. I can't wait to see you. I hope I get to see you soon.
Soon, soon, soon. They need to
I
put
know.
some fights where people can get to them. Shit.
That's true. I know that's true. Wah, wah, wah. All right, guys. Thanks for
Right.
tuning in to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. I'm Cynthia Conte.
And I'm Jeandra LeBeauf.
See you guys with fights. Bye, guys.